Stepping into a home that smells naturally amazing just hits different, and today we're talking about the plants that do that job without a single plug-in or candle. These are the fragrant bloomers that quietly freshen your space, from your entryway to your bedroom, no matter how small your home is. And the best part, most of them don't need fancy care or greenhouse-level light to keep pumping out scent. Think long-lasting blooms, stress-relieving aromas, and colors that brighten your mood before you even notice the fragrance. These plants work day and night, some releasing stronger scents in the evening while others shine in the morning sun. If you love a home that feels calm, clean, and welcoming, you'll find a new favorite on this list. So grab your coffee, breathe in, and let's walk through the most fragrant flowering plants that can totally transform your home atmosphere today. Madagascar Periwinkle brings a soft, sweet fragrance that feels clean and refreshing the moment you walk past it, and what makes it even better is how insanely tough this little plant is. It keeps blooming almost non-stop in warm spots, giving you clusters of pink, white, or lavender flowers that look like you actually spent time maintaining them, even though it practically grows on autopilot. It handles bright indirect light or a bit of morning sun, needs only moderate watering once the top inch of soil dries out, and thrives in well-draining soil that doesn't stay soggy. What really surprises people is that this plant has been studied for decades for its resilience, with some varieties blooming up to 300 days a year in the right conditions, making it one of the most reliable fragrant additions you can keep indoors without fuss. Agapanthus brings a bold, clean fragrance that feels almost spa-like, and its tall, globe-shaped clusters make any corner of your home look instantly more polished without you trying too hard. What makes it great for indoor fragrance is how steadily it blooms when given bright, indirect light. Most varieties push out flowers for several months, especially in warm seasons. It loves a well-draining potting mix, needs watering only when the top layer of soil dries out, and stays healthier when you avoid letting water sit around its roots. What really makes Agapanthus memorable is that each bloom head can hold up to 100 tiny trumpet-shaped flowers, which means more surface area and more scent released into the room, giving you a natural air freshening effect that lasts far longer than most flowering houseplants. Blanket flower brings a warm, honey-like fragrance that feels cozy and comforting, almost like the scent you get walking through a sunny meadow in late summer, and that's what makes it perfect for brightening up a living room or kitchen space. It thrives best in strong indirect light or a bit of morning sun, and because it's drought-tolerant by nature, you only need to water it once the soil is fully dry, making it one of the easiest fragrant bloomers to keep indoors. A loose, sandy, well-draining mix keeps its roots happiest, and the more sun it gets, the more consistently it blooms. What makes blanket flower stand out is its long flowering season. Some varieties are known to bloom for up to 5 months straight, which means more color, more fragrance, and a lot more visual warmth in your home without needing constant care. CELOSIA brings a subtle, warm, almost clove-like fragrance that feels earthy and comforting, and its flame-shaped blooms instantly add personality to any indoor space without you doing much at all. It thrives in bright indirect light and really shows off when you let the top of the soil dry before watering again, since it prefers staying on the drier side. A light, well-draining mix keeps its roots stable, and it responds well to steady warmth, which helps it push out more of those feathery, colorful plumes. What makes CELOSIA especially memorable is that each bloom can last up to 8 weeks, holding both its color and gentle scent far longer than most indoor flowering plants, giving your home a naturally vibrant and fragrant touch with almost zero effort. Roses bring that classic, rich fragrance everyone recognizes instantly, and even compact indoor varieties can fill a room with a soft, luxurious scent without overwhelming your space. What makes roses great for homes is how repeatedly they bloom when given bright indirect light or a couple of hours of gentle morning sun, rewarding you with fresh flowers every few weeks. They prefer evenly moist soil that drains well, so watering when the top inch dries keeps them healthy without risking root issues. Indoors, miniature and patio varieties are especially reliable and can produce 20 to 30 blooms in a single growing cycle, which means more natural perfume throughout your home. Their combination of beauty, scent, and steady blooming makes them one of the most rewarding fragrant plants you can keep inside. Peony brings one of the most luxurious, full-bodied fragrances you can get from any flowering plant, giving off a soft, romantic scent that feels like fresh petals and warm spring air mixed together, instantly lifting the mood of any room. While traditionally grown outdoors, indoor peony varieties or potted young plants can bloom beautifully near a bright window with plenty of indirect light. They prefer cool roots, so a well-draining, slightly moist soil works best, and watering when the top inch dries helps them stay steady without getting waterlogged. What makes peonies so special is the sheer size and density of their blooms. Some varieties can reach 8 inches across, releasing more fragrance per flower than almost any other home-friendly plant, turning your space into a naturally scented, elegant corner with just a single bloom. VERBENA brings a sweet, citrusy fragrance that feels fresh and energizing the moment you brush past it, and that light, uplifting scent makes it perfect for entryways, desks, or spots where you want a clean, bright aroma without anything overpowering. It thrives in bright indirect light or a few hours of gentle sun, and because it's naturally drought tolerant, you only need to water when the soil is almost completely dry, keeping things simple for busy plant lovers. A loose, well-draining mix helps prevent root issues and encourages steady blooming throughout the warmer months. What makes verbena especially impressive indoors is that some varieties can produce hundreds of tiny clustered blooms over a single season, each one contributing to that continuous, refreshing scent that quietly freshens your home all day long. SUNPATIENS bring a light, refreshing fragrance that feels clean and airy, and the non-stop blooming habit adds a burst of color that instantly brightens any corner of your home. They're incredibly adaptable indoors, thriving in bright indirect light and staying happy as long as you keep the soil evenly moist without letting it get soggy. A well-draining mix keeps their roots healthy, and their fast growth means you'll see fresh flowers popping up regularly with very little effort. What makes SUNPATIENS especially impressive is their stamina. These plants can bloom continuously for up to 9 months, giving you steady fragrance and vibrant petals long after most indoor flowering plants have slowed down, making them one of the easiest long-lasting fragrant choices for a lively, colorful home. Hibiscus brings a soft, tropical fragrance that instantly makes your home feel warm and breezy, almost like stepping into a relaxing beachside spot without leaving your living room. Indoors, it thrives in bright indirect light or a few hours of gentle morning sun, and keeping the soil lightly moist, but never soggy, helps it produce those big, dramatic blooms more often. A rich, well-draining mix keeps the roots healthy, and regular watering when the top inch of soil dries is usually enough to keep it happy. What makes hibiscus really stand out is the size and impact of each flower. Some varieties can reach 6 to 8 inches wide, releasing a gentle, sweet fragrance that fills the room for hours and adds a bold tropical touch that no other indoor bloomer can match. Red poppy brings a light, warm, almost tea-like fragrance that feels soothing and grounding, giving your home a soft, natural scent without ever becoming heavy or overwhelming. Indoors, it does best in bright indirect light and appreciates a few hours of gentle morning sun to keep its blooms coming. Watering is simple, just let the top inch of soil dry before giving it a moderate drink, and make sure it's in a loose, well-draining mix so the roots never sit in moisture. What makes red poppy especially interesting is how quickly it goes from bud to bloom. Some varieties can open in under 24 hours, releasing the delicate fragrance right away and adding a graceful, airy beauty to your space with very little effort. DELPHINIUM brings a clean, airy fragrance that feels crisp and refreshing, almost like the scent of cool morning air after light rain, making it a surprisingly elegant choice for brightening indoor spaces. It thrives best near a bright window with plenty of indirect light, and keeping its soil lightly moist, never soggy, helps it maintain strong, upright stems. A rich, well-draining mix keeps the roots stable, and a bit of airflow around the plant helps its tall flower spikes develop without issues. What really sets DELPHINIUM apart is the sheer height and density of its blooms. Some indoor-grown varieties can reach up to 3 feet tall, with dozens of tiny flowers releasing gentle fragrance from top to bottom, turning even a small corner of your home into a tall, colorful, sweet-smelling display. Amaranth brings a mild, sweet, almost honey-like fragrance that feels comforting and warm, and its round, papery blooms add a unique texture that instantly makes any room look more cheerful and lively. Indoors, it thrives in bright indirect light or a few hours of soft morning sun, and because it prefers staying on the drier side, you only need to water when the soil is fully dry, making it perfect for anyone who forgets a watering or two. A sandy, well-draining mix keeps its roots happiest, and steady warmth encourages more of those colorful, long-lasting flower balls to appear. What makes Amaranth especially impressive is its endurance. Each bloom can stay vibrant for up to 12 weeks, holding both its color and gentle scent far longer than most fragrant indoor plants, giving your home a naturally sweet and cheerful vibe with almost no maintenance at all. And that wraps up our list of the most fragrant flowering plants you can bring into your home, each one adding its own personality, color, and natural scent that no candle or air freshener can match. If you want a home that feels fresher, calmer, and a little more alive every single day, these plants are honestly the easiest way to get there. Thanks for hanging out with me today, and if you enjoyed this video and want more plant ideas for your space, make sure to hit subscribe, drop a like, and leave a comment telling me which fragrant plant you're adding to your home next.